we gather here today to honor the extraordinary life of Pravin Jamnadas Gordhan, a name that will forever be etched in the heart of our nation. I thank you for honoring him and for celebrating my father. He loved his country and its people. I'd like to start by asking you to picture South Africa where the cost of bread is 200 rand, where billions of dollars have been paid to Russia for a failed nuclear program, where access to clean water is limited to a bucket per household per day, where load shedding lasts for days, a country where there is judicial incompetence, military interference in politics, where the rule of law and access to medication and basic medical care is non-existent. This is what a failed state looks like. South Sudan, Yemen, Syria are but a few examples. We were very close to this, but this man, our father, is one of the few courageous and honest souls that saved our beautiful country and its people from the brink of collapse. I would like to thank all of you for being by our side during this difficult time. The patriotism and social cohesion displayed over the past week is what would have made my father proud, and this is what he strived for during his life. Let us build. Let us stand up and fight for this beautiful country which has so much opportunity. Let us protect what we have for future generations, and let us build a nation that will make Pravin proud. Not bury our heads in the sand, not to lose hope, and not to feel powerless, but to recognize the immense strength that lies in our hands as a diverse, talented, and vibrant family of South Africa. I end with one of his favorite quotes by Nelson Mandela. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed towards the sun, one's feet moving forward. There are many dark moments when my faith in humanity was sorely tested, but I would not and could not give myself up to despair. That way lays death and defeat. Today we mourn the dead, tomorrow we live for them. Hamakashle, Dad. Until we meet again, I love you.
A stoic leader, formidable in his fortitude and intellectualism in public spheres, but at the end of the day, a simple, humble, and compassionate man, just my dad. The dad who massaged my head for hours to alleviate my migraines, the dad who never erased my drawings on his whiteboard at work, instead writing around them. The dad who was at every award ceremony and special event, no matter what public engagements he had. And the dad who pushed me to understand dialectical materialism when all I wanted was to scroll on my phone. And he was the best father I could have ever wished or hoped for, as cliche as that sounds. My father was present in almost every facet of my life, and he is deeply embedded in everything that I am. One of my favorite anecdotes is on a particular casualty shift that ended at 7:30, a time that I was still firmly in denial about my deteriorating eyesight, and so I never wore glasses. I was walking back to the main casualty area after our handover round. I then noticed very blurrily that a crowd had suddenly formed just after the nurse's station. My initial instinct was, oh no, what has happened now? As I cautiously approached, I noticed that the patients were surrounding someone. As I got closer and my visual acuity improved, I realized that it was my father in the middle of that crowd. He had come to collect me from work after my shift and had come into the casualty to look for me as I had taken longer than usual to come out. The crowd were actually patients excitedly surrounding him in an attempt to greet him. In that moment, I saw someone who inspired and brought joy, even to those who were sick, in pain, and scared. What a privilege to be that person, and an even greater privilege to be associated with them. My father was a party man and a disciplined and dedicated cadre of the movement, fiercely devoted to his country and its people. He fervently believed that the renewal and revitalization of the ANC was possible. One of my dad's favorite philosophers and writers was Antonio Gramsci, and Gramsci once said, "I hate the indifferent. I believe that living means taking sides. Indifference and apathy are parasitism, perversion, not life. That is why I hate the indifferent." The best honor that you can give him is to continue the fight for non-racialism and social justice. He was not a religious man, but he believed that the meek shall inherit the earth. It is difficult for me as a medical person that I was unable to save my father, and it is something that I will have to deal with in the years ahead. From his teachings and his influence, I am deeply committed to our public healthcare system, and hopefully I can make a difference to other people and their families. Dad, all I can say is thank you. Thank you for this extraordinary life, for loving me so immensely and being so proud of me. I will miss you every day of my life, but I know our bond transcends physical boundaries. I will spend the rest of my life trying to live every day to make you proud. If I achieve anything good or great in this life, it will be because I've had you as my father and my lodestar. Thank you.